then take the first right.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim leaving finally at what time is it? Work. 10 o'clock sharp, straight up. 10 a.m. Got 2 more hours before I had to leave here at Love's RV Travel Stop in Valdosta, Georgia, which was
Turn right,
the
then
best.
turn right onto Old Clyateville.
I gotta quieten her up. Give her alerts only. The best $56 I ever spent in my life. It was an amazing sight. Having the convenience of the store, never walked in it. Right there, the propane I got just now, flushing my tanks. I'm completely ready to go. And I had the best Wi-Fi I've ever experienced with a cell phone. I was able to upload several videos, and already this morning, the freeway is literally right here. I'm topped off with fuel, even though I met another fellow traveler who told me that the Cordele location up the road a ways was $2.28 south. $2.28. It's right here you get on? Wow, you don't have to go across the bridge. I am going south, right? South Florida. Don't confuse me. Oh, you know why? Because I'm on this side of the freeway. I'm turned around. That is south. So it can be confusing sometimes. You know, you get off on an exit, you get a gas or a snack, and then you either go across the bridge or you're on this side when you get off. And when you get ready to get back, you're like, which way was I going? So anyway, super good. Great shower this morning. Shaved, trimmed my beard, took my leisures, drank a pot of coffee, watched a couple of YouTube videos with my new YouTube Premium Lite. No commercials on my on videos, shorts and music you would, but I didn't want to pay, I don't know, it was $29 or $20 a month. I don't need that. $10.99, cancel any time. If I find myself not looking at YouTube much, like I've been doing the last few weeks, studying about my new Goldwing motorcycle and the iPhone that I'm interested in upgrading to, only because I have a free upgrade. I don't really watch that much YouTube. I make YouTube videos, but I don't really watch them that much, except music videos. But I've got Amazon Prime. Now let's get on cruise control. I'm doing 67. Slow it down. We're slow rollers here. Let's back it down a little bit. We don't need to go. We're not going to get there any quicker. Let's get to better gas mileage. It's over here, right? Yeah, it's over here. I'm going to back it down to 6.5. And that's a good safe speed in case of a blowout. And I've got all that extra tongue weight now with my propane tanks. I don't have to do any of that when I get home. So I'm really happy about that. Just got to hook up and start living again. I've been living. The last few months I've lived better than I've lived in a long time. Life's very exciting right now. If you're getting close to getting your retirement, let me promote. Get it and start living as soon as you can. Get out of debt, have no debt, get your Social Security at age 62, the very first check you're eligible for, get it. All this waiting for a few $100s more money, there's only one reason, and I'll tell you in a minute, not to get Social Security at 62. But if you wait a year, 2 years, 5 years of your downside of your life after you've already peaked way over a dozen years, more than a dozen years, you're more than the halfway point past your lifespan. And you're going to wait another 4 or 5 or 6 years for a few $100s on a Social Security check. Get out there and work a part-time job. Make that money that you're waiting for through a supplement like I'm doing with YouTube, or I did when I passed out crackers at Publix, or work at a golf course, or be a greeter at Walmart, or answer the phone for a business, stock shelves at Aldi, do the weekend, do the mornings, and be off, during the day. I'm talking 20, 25 hours a week. Not get a full-time job, because I'm promoting quit your prison job, get your Social Security, and live your darn life. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Now, the one reason not to collect Social Security is actually two. One, you got so much debt. You waited till you were 50 and you went and signed up for all kind of monthly installments that you can't even think about paying off without filing bankruptcy. You done screwed yourself, and now here you are, 10 years before being eligible for Social Security, and you got 20 years worth of debt. So you got to figure this out. When you're in your 40s and 50s, start figuring out a way to be debt-free, and you can quit your job. The second reason that you can't collect at 62, or you shouldn't, is if you're making so much money at your prison job. Maybe you're the owner. Maybe you're the general manager. You get banker's hours. You don't have any kind of laborious position. You don't have to deal with the drama. They're paying you to work at home. I don't know. But you're making so much money and you love that job, then you just keep on getting it, I guess. Because you love that more than you do, I guess, freedom and doing what I do and others do that are retired. I definitely do not promote quit your prison job and sit in a chair and drink Geritol and just get older and fatter and weaker and lose your mind. I do not promote that. I promote, if you've got enough money and you don't even have to supplement your Social Security, you're one of these fortunate ones, then, get out and travel, go to the beach, take walks, join a social club, a book reading club, get yourself an RV, travel, meet people, buy a motorcycle, man, start traveling the country, get a touring bike, get an adventure bike, meet other people that are doing that, do some stuff like that. I see the police up here on the side. We're almost in Florida. They work the border here. Let me interrupt and change the subject real briefly while I'm thinking about it, because I can feel it. I'm driving a 2024 Ford Super Duty with 13,066 miles on it. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's the 55-degree temperature. They got 3 police cars, and they're all just no customers. They're just sitting there on the side of the road, on the other side of the railing, jawing one another while all their lights are on. Whatever. I don't know what it is, but like it just shifted down to 7. I'm in tow haul mode. It'll never stay in 10. It's got 10 speeds. And in tow haul, look at this guy. Look at him. And look, he's got a car in there. Man, look at him. He's just cruising. Got that big diesel power. So, if you can go minimal, like I've got, with a pickup truck and a travel trailer, that's all you got. You're still in the top league. It's just a matter of who's got the nicest RV, and like him, he's way up there. He's way up there. And he's got a trailer behind him. He's carrying a vehicle enclosed and stuff. He might even have motorcycles in there. He's got all of his toys. He figured it out. He might still have a prison job. Who knows? But anyway, I don't know what it is about this truck, but she is an absolute animal. I mean, I got the extra tongue weight. All my tanks are empty, of course. It's my house. All my stuff is in there. I live in this camper. I'm a full-timer. I feel like I'm pulling nothing back there. I mean, I know it's back there, but it's not like I'm all over the road, I see a big flag up here, a giant Old Glory but you know, it's not out like that. You know, there's not that much wind, but she's blowing a little. Take a look at Old Glory. She's beautiful. Look at this. Look at her. Yeah, the winds are light. I salute you. America, baby, America. Yeah. That's a big old RV place right there. There's some more RVs here. A&L RV sales. Look. Look at all these RVs. Folks, people are buying them. They have these RV shows. People are buying them, new, used, you know. It's a life. You go by boat places in Florida. They got boats coming out of their ears. You go to the boat show. People are buying them. People are doing, you know, they're living their life. They're having a good time on the water. They're out there offshore fishing, whether it be freshwater getting bass, or they're out in the ocean catching sailfish and dolphin, mahi-mahi for the tourists that don't know what a dolphin is. It's not flipper. Florida, we call mahi-mahi dolphin. Mexico, they call them dorado. But anyway, I've got a new to me, 2022 Honda Goldwing I just procured. And I sold a Honda car, and I took the money, a lot less of it than I got from my car, and I bought a motorcycle. And I'm a motorcyclist. All my life I've had motorcycles, except for the last quite a few years. And I thought I was done. I thought I hung up my boots. I really did. And then I went up to the Georgia, North Carolina mountains up here for a couple of months, and I took a ride to where a lot of guys go and ride motorcycles in the twisties. And I saw a Honda Goldwing that was just, I mean, it's a new generation. I've never had this body style. This one looks more like a jet. It's a very sport touring than geezer touring, like the one I had last. This is really a sharp. In 2018 they changed them, and then in 2021 they changed it again because they made the trunk top bigger. When they downsized them and come up with a new generation in 18, you couldn't get two helmets in the trunk, and everybody complained about it, and Honda listened, and in 21 they went back to the bigger trunk top, which allows you to put other stuff in there too for like touring. Well, I got a 22, and they're literally since 21, the only thing different in 18 even is the trunk top. But since 2021, when they made the bigger tour pack, that's what they're called, the trunk, they're literally identical. There's no difference between a 22 and a 25. Color. You know, very, very, very little, nothing, hardly, that's a different. So you can buy all the same accessories, the same oil filters and oil, and everything is just, which is I love about Honda, how they do that. So you can, you know, sell one and buy another one. If you've got the same generation, you can take a lot of your stuff with you. So I have an airbag model. Very rare. Also, I learned this about the one I recently bought. Since it's a 2022, if we bother to remember, I know we forget because time is moving forward and time heals all wounds. 2022 is when car dealers, RV dealers, motorcycle dealers had a hard time getting inventory due to chip shortages and manufacturing and the pandemic and all of that. Things were hard to get. And you actually don't even want things that were built during those years because of the poor quality. However, the Honda Goldwing in 2001 moved from Marysville, Ohio back to the country of Japan and were being built, are still being built. Welcome to Florida, baby! Here we are. Yay! I'm back, baby. Yeah, I can tell it's flat. They're all built in Japan. And there's a certain quality about that. Built in Japan by Japanese and everything else. So the quality is right up there, baby. So I'm not worried about that. And I am excited about traveling. Like this, again, soon. And on the motorcycle. It's like I don't even know what to do first. I've got all these options. As long as my finances stay where they're at, as long as mainly my health stays where it's at, and whatever else has got to go along with making that available. And all that means is you just always have Him first, right there. Jesus, baby. Jesus crushes it. That's right. You put Him in your life, and He knows what you want. He knows what makes you happy. He knew before you were born. Seek Him first. Talk to Him every day, and do the right thing by other people, and have forgiveness in your heart. Just do the best you can. And I promise you, you will crush life. You absolutely will crush it.